Cheers! I'm sitting with my Amiga 500 again, and I've just installed a new RGB to HDMI, so I can finally do some screen capturing again on this one. So today my plan is to install Amikit, the PiStorm version, with Amiga OS 3.2. So join me for that. In the instruction, we can read that we need Amiga OS 3.2, which I have here. And we need to copy all the ADF files from this directory into the SD card. And then we need to download the hotfix from Hyperion's website. And we need to copy the kickstart file from the hotfix into the micro SD card, so the PiStorm can use that and rename it to kick.rom. We also need to download Picasso 96 from Aminet version 2.0 and put that in the Picasso 96 directory on the boot partition on the SD card. And it's recommended we copy the full version of Roadshow onto the SD card. I have the full version of Roadshow, so we can do that and not use the demo version. And we can copy additional kickstart files. I will not be doing that as my Amiga don't have enough chip RAM to use WHD load, so that won't apply for me. Let's put the SD card into the Amiga like this, and let's turn on the Amiga. Press enter to continue, and it detected Roadshow and installed that, and it found Picasso 96 and installed that. That went quite fast. From what I remember on the other version, this part took some time, so I will speed this up while we listen to Yuga Lilitar. And we are in. Amikit not activated. As I'm now on the RTG display, I don't have video capture right now. So first it asks us to set up networking, and I choose to use the Raspberry Pi Wi-Fi for networking. So I just enter my SSID and password. And then I set up the keyboard layout and NTP and stuff like that. And then I reboot, and we should be online and good to go. All we need now is to activate the system. The installation went smooth. I've swapped around the HDMI cables, so the RTG is on this one and the RGB is on this one. And I've changed the capture device to record from the RTG display. The setup during installation got us online with the Wi-Fi, and we now need to register to get updates. So let's do that. I need to remember to hide this. And let's download. The Amikit updates are downloading. The Wi-Fi is working. That's nice. I don't think I needed to do all these updates. I could just reboot and activate, I see now. Maybe that was stupid of me. Let's see. here we can see the progress. I think I will speed on through this phase. And it's done. Let's reboot. Hopefully this will work. I'm not sure if I was meant to download everything at once like I did, but let's see what happens. It is installing the 12.3 update. I think that's just the activation update. Okay, so they are going through them. It's had to do a backup after this update. Okay, one of the downloads had failed, but that's okay. All I really wanted right now was to activate it. But one of the updates is installed. Hopefully I didn't break anything. No. And we are activated and good to go. I'll skip the rest of the updates right now. But let's see what's here. I see much of the same things that are on the WinUI version or Linux version. We have Amica's player, Amiga amp, Daily Tracker, Eagle player. This is how Eagle player is supposed to look, in my mind. So what else is here? We have Hippo player as well, for those more into Hippo player than Eagle player. But in internet, we have Amidon, which is a Mastodon client. Okay, I need to set up a server and log in. We have Amitrade Center. We have, I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it is to fetch software directly from Aminet. That's handy. So we can download, just choose something on random. This, receive. And now it's downloaded from Aminet, a demo. That's handy to get software. We have WookieChat, RC client. And we have Amifox, the browser made from the Amitopia team. I'll just leave in case someone writes something they don't wish to have public. But with Amifox we can visit modern pages like Engadget, accept, and here is Engadget. But everything is being rendered on a remote server. You can set up your own, which is safe to use if you need to log into places and things like that. But Amifox works really well. It's quite cool that we can do these kind of things with the Amiga 500, even though it is quite hacky, this Amiga 500. And we have ABAB, which is mostly good for visiting Aminet, I think. It's not very good at modern pages. But we do have FrogFind. With that, we can visit modern pages, and FrogFind will convert them into something readable for the Amiga, like this. So here we can read Engadget without actually supporting the style sheets and JavaScripts, etc. So that's included in Amikit, and so that's nice. We also have Eyebrows and NetSurf. NetSurf is a kind of ish modern browser, but it's not modern enough. So most pages don't work. Oh, what happens with my keyboard? I do have some problems with the USB interface towards this keyboard. Did it crash? Yes, it crashed. And we have Eyebrows. Eyebrows used to be my favorite browser, and from what I know, I think it was the first browser supporting tabs. It was supporting tabs prior to Opera doing it. Like this. But I just wanted to show you what's here. And here are some games. This Amiga is not the best for games because of the half a megs of chip memory. But I can play RTG games, I think. Maybe Doom use RTG. Let's test. It could go wrong. Okay, it's a windowed game. Okay. The keyboard controller collapses with more than one key press. I think I'm going back to using a real Amiga keyboard and thus not this USB keyboard. Well. It worked, so you can play Doom on an Amiga 500 with a Raspberry Pi pretending to be the CPU. So as you can see, there are quite some games here. Dune 2 is a classic, Deluxe Galaga, Another World. We have DOSBox and ScumVM if you want to play those old adventure games. Settle the World. I think that's a colonization clone or something like that. And here is some of the things that's very interesting, because with Amitube you can watch YouTube videos. So if I search like this, it's not blistering fast this, but let's look at what else is here while we wait. We have my favorite pixel program, Graphics 2. It's installed. Oh, this mouse was quite horrible. Beautiful art. Oh, I should have saved it. And we have Perfect Paint. Let's start it. It starts in a new screen. And that's a bit more modern. So let's make something like this. I haven't really used this, but it's a semi-modern pixeler that support layers and things like that. As you can see, everything is stable. The browser earlier did crash, but it didn't make the operating system crash. No gurus, no reboots. So that's nice. Let's see. While that converts to something I can see. Oh, I choose the OCS version, so it won't look very good. But you can choose AGA Plus, which has more colors, or even Get Original. And for text editors, we have Reddit, which is a simple text editor. We have MicroGoldad, which is perhaps more known, but it's just a text editor as well. And here is the Amikit settings with the updates and stuff like that. Up here we have shortcuts to an editor, to directory Opus 4 if you prefer that, or we're using directory Opus 5 or Opus 5 as it's called, which is like this. You just double click anywhere on the desktop to open a new window, and you can copy and paste between them, just like you can between this in directory Opus 4. And you have a shell, and this being Amiga OS 3.2, we have a modern shell with tab completion and all the bells and whistles you know and love from modern shells. and we have shortcuts to screen mode and Picasso 96 mode. And here we have EMU control, where we can set up the things on the Raspberry. I think on ME68 meter we can see how hard it's working. Right now it's hard to say, it's jumping up and down. But the CPU on the Raspberry Pi is 48 degrees, so that's good to keep an eye on. I don't have any passive or active cooling on it. And this is not a Raspberry Pi 4, which is recommended. This is a Raspberry Pi 3. So I am somewhat running underpowered. But somewhere here we can also overclock. But I don't want to do that. I prefer having a stable system. Here's the network wizard. That is the one I used during the installation to set up Wi-Fi. And here we have AmiSpeed test to see how fast the internet connection we are on. I don't have the best connection where I live. I only have a 4G connection. So this won't be blistering fast. But that's got nothing to do with this setup. And we can ping Google to see if we are online. And we know that because we are running a speed test at the same time. Okay, and here is a FTP client. It's handy to get software in and out. Compression to unLHA and PEC LHA and zip and everything else. Handy. And here are a few demos. This won't work very good. Starstruck will not run on this Amiga. This is an OCS Amiga, not an AGA Amiga, so it will not work at all. And now this is done downloading, so I can probably watch the YouTube video. Oh, that was small. I should have downloaded something else than the OCS version. But as you can see, you can use this to watch YouTube movies through Amitube. Amitube is also made from Amitopia dev team, the same guys that makes Amifox. Great guys. So that's the PiStorm version of Amikit running on an Amiga 500 with a Raspberry Pi 3 running as the PiStorm. I think it works excellent, and it's a very easy way to get a proper and modern desktop setup on your Amiga. Cheers! I hope you have a wonderful evening.